Brockport is a small town, a cozy little community huddled on the Erie Canal. But unlike most small towns, Brockport is also home to a college, and a majority of the students who attend the college. During the school year, the population of Brockport nearly doubles due to the student body. Along with students comes numerous issues that always seem to crop up throughout the academic calendar. Things like increased traffic, overcrowding, and noise complaints are but some of the common occurrences throughout the school year. But the students also boost the local economy immensely with their presence. Actually, the local economy thrives as many of the shops and stores on Main Street are catered to students. And this strategy has paid enormous dividends for shops like Jimmy Z's, Calio's, and Calzone's, and the numerous pizza shops scattered throughout Brockport. And they aren't very shy about the fact that they rely heavily on the student body for their yearly incomes. But what would happen if that money dried up? What if the college wasn't here? Would the town survive without the yearly influx of college money? We asked Associate Professor of Economics here at the College of Brockport, Michael Zielikowski, if there was a chance for survival for the local economy if the college were suddenly gone.
A distribution center was a different kind of industry that you could try to attract, but a distribution center in the United States, which you're going to try to center a distribution center, and it depends on the product, on population servicing. So how many days on average does it take to get the product to the customer, and how many miles on average? So proximity matters there. So unfortunately, Western New York, upstate New York is a tough place to put a distribution center because the centers of population are along the coast, and they're very demanding customers. For Brockport to have a voice in trade, it needs to be somehow connected and very accessible to places and people that trade. And unfortunately, it's not that accessible. What built it was, you're right, the accessibility, the Erie Canal. That's different now, right? Like, we don't really, you're kind of away from downtown Rochester or suburban Rochester, where you could be more plugged into the services and the pools of labor available there. So it's a good place for a college in the sense that you don't need a lot of inputs from other industries to make it work. Like an auto assembly plant needs other manufacturers, tool and die, or services and things like that. Brockport is dependent on the college, and that's sort of fickle, with the population doubling and then reducing cyclically throughout the year in Brockport. That makes sustaining a business, I would think, very difficult. In the summer months, you're trying to search for work. In the fall and in the spring, there are a lot of students around. On the other hand, what's the impact of your average student? I'm not saying they don't have a lot of money and disposable income. They probably do dispose of all their income, frankly. Probably in a negative position with student loans and whatnot. So, I mean, you have a limited amount of goods and materials available to that market.
For BTV News, I'm Mitch Laudisi.